On my last video about divorce, someone commented they're 3 years post-divorce, they're still trying to figure out how to trust again. Let's unpack that, because sometimes the trust issue is really about trusting ourselves again. The reality of dating and romance is that there are no real guarantees. There aren't many things that we can be 100% sure about. And so for those who have dealt with infidelity or physical and emotional abuse, financial irresponsibility, etc., you're concerned about, am I going to go through those things again? Because one, nobody wants to go through another divorce. Two, nobody wants to go through whatever pain you were going through in that process also. One of the key points that was talked about in the divorce care programs I went through was not only forgiving your ex for whatever was and wasn't done in the relationship, but also forgiving yourself. And this really came about with trusting yourself and your decision making again. Why? Because some people were beating themselves up about, why did I marry this person in the first place? Why didn't I leave sooner? I could have been left instead of sitting through way more stuff than I really had to. And then post-divorce, I've seen and heard several things. One being the fear of failing and something falling apart and them getting hurt again paralyzes them to the point of not making any efforts in that particular realm. And that's a very dangerous thing to do. The second part is if you haven't done the work to identify your cycles, you're going to go through the same thing with a new person. Same stuff, just a new face and a new name. So really having to sit and unpack that to how can you get back to the point of being whole, to at least being open to it, if that's something you ever want to do one day. And then also checking your decision making, because sometimes, ultimately we are the common denominator in all these situations. So some things we open ourselves up to.